Welcome back. Let's play some 10-minute games here on Shogi Wars. Any minute now. Good luck. So our opponent favors opposing rook strategy. It's not my favorite, but oh well. How are you supposed to play this line again? I don't remember. What was the deal with this? Do you remember better than I do how this goes? I think I can play this here. Apparently that's fine. Yeah, I tested my audio earlier and I'm still missing it. Which I guess will have to be okay for now. Hopefully you still hear it, even if I don't. Let me see if I can remedy it. Alright, that should be better, I hope. So yeah, lately I've been getting busted in the opening. But anything can happen, and will happen, and does happen. So, just because I have been losing doesn't mean I need to continue losing. Just for fun, let's block the diagonal and see how this goes. Normally blocking your own pieces is a terrible idea. Don't do it. But I've played this position before. It's playable, but I would not recommend that other people play it. I recommend that other people play normal openings. Okay, so my opponent is likely going to transition to high Mino. Yeah, the target of high Mino is the head of the castle. So let's just attack it. Just aim up here. Now they're pivoting towards Silver Crown, which means there's a weakness on this side of the board instead. Can I exploit it? I doubt it, but in theory, that's what I'm supposed to do. I'll play this aggressive move, which might be too much, but it might also be okay. So if I can't hit the second file and I can't hit the third file, the fourth file could be a target. Well, this is awkward. I push. My bishop's still blocked, so I should be careful here. Pessimism is not warranted, but I should be careful before jumping to optimistic conclusions, too. Like, I'd ideally have my bishop hitting these pawns or something, but that seems difficult. But this seems like a square for me to try to invade. Perhaps we'll call this like primitive right side king strategy. I wonder. Bishop, pawn, pawn. Wait, if I push this first, what's going on? Pawn, 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 take. Yeah, this is okay. Let's go. Takes, silver, or pawn drops, silver up, forces the knight to move. I have a floating rook and a floating bishop, but they have a corner of lots of bottled up pieces. Yeah, they're trying to unbottle here. That said, my bishop is kind of cooped up too.
7分
Okay. I need to hit this knight. Alright. How do I invade? So far all I can manage are passive threats. I'm still thinking of jumping the knight, but doing so does not win a tempo here, since that's defended. Do they have a fork? Oh, they have a silver drop fork down here. Yes. Okay, so I shouldn't do that. Maybe I weave my silver back to the right now? Yeah. Wait, no, they're gonna take here next. So I can't let this rook invade. So I need to defend here. This does block my knight. Yeah, if I were to go this way, it's just too slow. Alright, they still have a silver drop fork. Do I sack this to invade with my bishop? No. They have some loose pieces. I have some loose pieces. We're all losing this
5
position.
分
What the hell? They get to drop a bishop now. I also get to drop a bishop. They spent 2 seconds on that game-losing move. I mean, I can still lose this somehow, but it's going to take some effort. There was not a need to do this. Thanks for the game. It's painful. I would resign that, but like you could play on. It's I don't know. We were both wandering a lot that game. Let's focus. Good luck. Okay. Okay. Yep, this is Shogi. Um, I'm sure some of my moves are interesting as well. The problem is, like, these are not the best defenders of this square. So my opponent might have some challenges. It's also helping me a bit. My opponent might have some challenges defending their position here. Alright, so now what? I think I just do bishop takes. This rook takes better. Bishop takes, silver drop, pawn drop, etc. gives back the material. Rook takes wins material immediately, but then there's a rook drop, which is a bit scary. A bit more scary than my rook drop. I don't mind giving the material back. Well, I do mind. Huh. What's happening? What is happening? Despite my minding giving material back, this still looks safest. I don't want to give them a rook. If I can help it. Oh, I have two bishops here. I was like, something was not adding up math-wise. Now I see what was not adding up. I was not counting that I was gaining a bishop and still having a bishop on the board. I was really reluctant to play this because I thought I was losing two bishops, as opposed to just giving material back. Hmm? That is painful. I slipped up. I slipped up. Now what? Wait, no. I take here. Rook takes pawn is legal and allows them to promote their rook, but then I've gained an exchange. But they'll get a promoted rook soon. Wait, no, I've gained a full bishop because I've taken the silver. Yeah, so rook takes pawn is possible and lets them invade. It's just not profitable in that case. So I gave back the exchange. Material is even here. Other than I've won a pawn somehow. But I'm threatening to promote. Should I have played something else? Like, what are the odds that I found the right move by guesswork there? Not very good. Alright, so through this exchange, they have a pinned bishop. Hmm. You might ask, what's that about? So again, I'm not trying to win material here, other than the rook. The only piece I want here is the rook. If they run, I drop a silver. If they run, I promote my bishop. Probably. Maybe I should just take their bishop next. Yeah. If they take mine, I can take the knight. And either way, I've prevented this rook from promoting in my camp. And I've taken control of this file, at least for a moment. Another variation, rook over, rook takes, pawn drop. Mm-hmm. Pawn drop. I don't want to exchange rooks. I don't want my bishop trapped. So yeah, back to plan A, which is just promote the bishop and try to win the rook. Although if they drop the pawn, could do silver takes. I do rook takes. Rook takes, rook takes. I've won a tempo, but ugh. Rook takes, pawn drop, silver, rook, rook, silver. I could redrop the rook. It is winning a bishop and defending my camp with my rook. It's hard to say no to that. Let's try this. I have... Oh, okay, well, I'm not... I'm more certain about this. As long as this rook doesn't invade in my camp, it's not much of a race. If their rook promotes in my camp, then we have a race. But if I can avoid that, there's no race. I've lost audio once more, but I'll survive.
5分。
Hmm, they might sacrifice a silver. Yeah, I am so slow. Um, hmm. Alright, so they've been gunning for this the whole game, and I just gave it to them. Silly me. Okay, you know what? We'll find a positive side to this. Positive side is that I get to attack faster somehow. So I'm attacking the gold, the silver, and indirectly the king. Check. And now more directly the king. Was that knight drop a good idea? Probably not. Sure was tempting, though. Yeah, I don't know why I've lost audio here. Hopefully you still get to enjoy it. Check, check, check. Hang on. King takes knight here is legal. I missed that. That does win a tempo. It's not enough, but it is worth considering. Alright, your move, buddy. Good luck. This could be interesting. So, my threat is bishop 1-6. Double check. If king takes, then pawn 1-5 mate. Thanks for the game. 2 down, 1 to go. Thanks. I won one. Hooray. Okay, this is kind of fun. My opponent plays Ishida style. That's right. That's what that introduction showed. Are they gonna move the silver? No. Wait a second. Wait a second. Yeah, our opponent is walking a very fine tightrope here. I feel like I've been here before. If I push the edge and I push this. No. The sequence is always confusing. I'm gonna push this anyway. Despite not seeing how this could work. I'm just gonna have some faith in this system somehow. Okay, let's see this. So pawn takes, lance takes, I'm hitting stuff here. Bishop takes, which secures this pawn. I could maybe take this bishop? That I don't know. Or my plan A was just this position looks unpleasant, and it's not where they want their pieces. And so I just gradually find some other invasion point and just be happy with this as a result. Despite it not looking very good on the surface. I think, yeah, plan A here is fine. How do I make more progress, though? Like, what could I do with the bishop? Hmm. Would a knight help me invade? I think this actually does something. Oh, this is so risky. Why am I doing this? I don't know. It looked interesting. Are they going to give me material back? Like rook drop to defend a rook? So timing-wise, they've not finished their castle. This is why I invade now with a half-complete castle. Or a completed half-castle, rather. Um... mhm. Okay, I have a loose gold general. Do I go back this way and then drop a lance next? Do I have something better? Oh, actually, yeah, that has some sting. Building a castle is fine too. Let's do that. Hmm. Hmm. All right. Yeah, my horse is hanging, sure. I see that. All right, I move my hanging horse. So the rook is loose. The king, again, not fully castled, is my justification for just doing some pretty fun moves here. Um, Maybe I should have retreated this way. And if rook over, I don't know. Um, um, Wait, what? What are we doing here? Oh, they're trying to move the rook into the corner. Okay. Alright, time to bust out the fun moves. Yeah, so if I drop to silver, this rook retreats and then makes its way into the corner and down the board. Instead, I'm going to get the rook. I don't know what it's going to cost me, but I'm getting the rook. It costs my bishop. And considerable time. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I don't know if that was worth it.
$5分。
Okay, I'm going to move my bishop before my silver blocks it. So I move the token over, and then my silver is going to weave somewhere. I don't know where. But yeah, aiming at the king can't be a terrible policy. At least in Shogi. Yeah, that's smart. That's another silly move, isn't it? But if this gold general moves away, I have a rook drop fork. And incredibly, well, no, if this moves away, I also have this check, but it doesn't, it's not worth putting the king into the castle. We want to save that until it's amazing. Playing it right away just kind of ruins its value. So they're going to double up on this point somehow. Or not. The hell? Um... Interesting. Oh, wait a second. What if I don't want the rook? I'm probably getting the rook anyway. Um, but maybe not. Uh, they're just gonna give me the rook instead of... I don't have another pawn. I could get another pawn. Um, hmm. Well, their attack is slower now. I guess I don't have anything better than this, so we'll just play it. I thought that sack would be premature. Thought it was too early to sack there.
3分。
Well, we'll find out if I counted correctly, won't we? We shall discover just how far off my counting was. I thought this was okay. Bishop takes gold is indicated. I don't know what else you'd play here. And then rook drop in the corner. And if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. But, like, what else could there possibly be here? Knight drop here, maybe? I don't know. I didn't think that was an option. Or rather, I didn't think it was a good option. Um,
2分30秒。
yeah, if I do lance drop instead, they do rook drop on my king's head. And that does mate. So I have to defend my king's head. I second debated moving this gold, but maybe that was right. I should have just moved this gold up. Wait, but no, then again, rook drop is hard to meet. Um, maybe the lance drop here. I don't know. That doesn't work for many reasons.
2分。
Oh, but maybe my attack doesn't work too. Yeah, maybe taking over, silver up. I don't know. Something, something. Maybe I'm busted. Um, silver, token.
1分30秒。
Gold drop, I guess. They could have done this material exchange earlier. I don't understand what they're doing. Knight takes. Didn't see knight takes. Um, Yep, that's even better than night ticks.
1分
I don't know what I'm gonna do here. This is not looking good. I guess my silver will give chase for a bit, and we'll hope that something works out. Hmm,
30秒
tricky. Tricky, tricky.
20秒 10秒
Thanks for a game. I should have promoted here. It doesn't matter, though. So by my count, that's 3 games. That was an adventure. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.